Hello everybody, it's Christine. Time for a scrapbook process video, and my objective with this layout is to finish my April 2023 kit. This is about the second or third layout in a row I've used this on because I've got to get it out of here, y'all. I'm gonna have another one show up, and I got to have room in my slots over there. What I have is pictures of my hubby. He was having surgery. This is actually after, which is why he looks kind of drunk. But I love this piece of paper here in the kit because it kind of reminds me of this little gown. So I kind of like that. And then I still have this paper here. What I think I'm going to do is cut these guys and like scuff them and maybe make like little stripes coming down. I'm not sure about this side because of the pinks, but I kind of want to do this or something like this, but I'm about to cut these. So I'll do that. And I still have, this is a stripe. I might use the stripe some kind of way. I hadn't figured that part out yet, y'all. I haven't got that far. And then I do have this purple. I think I might use the, I don't know. No. I might have to use black. So you know what I might do? I might mat this on black and then mat my photos on black, and that'll look cool. I still have this, but I don't know. I don't know about these. So, let me get a piece of black cardstock, and I'm going to cut this down. I'll be back on in a second. Okay, gang, so I have trimmed down that little polka dot paper that looks like the hospital gown. I'm going to say 1/4 inch. Although I feel like it's a little off because, I don't know, it just didn't feel perfectly centered, but it's fine. And then I did mat it on the black cardstock like I mentioned. Now I'm taking this piece of paper here and I'm cutting. What I kind of did is I took the pictures and kind of figured out about how wide the stripes should kind of be. Now they're not perfect because, of course, these are not perfect stripes, and I'm just kind of cutting them about the width, and then I'm going to organize them here. They're not in the same order as they were on the paper because in the paper was kind of rainbowy, and then this one here I've obviously kind of shifted them around, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to scuff the edges here, and then I'm going to lay them down. So you'll see the polka dots kind of between the stripes, and then I'd still have this little black scallop, or yeah, black and white like scallopy paper. And I'm going to figure out a thing in just a moment. Now, so here's the deal, y'all. See that little punch right there on the right-hand side? I got to be honest. I've seen it before. I don't remember who or whatever, but most recently I saw Kristen. She's one of my little hoppers on our Scrapbook Crafternoon, and she had it. I'm pretty sure it was her. And y'all, I got such FOMO. I had to have it. I ordered it right away. And I've seen that thing before, but for some reason when she had it, I go, oh, I need that. So I ordered it, and so I have gotten it about a week ago, and I hadn't really used it. I played with it, but I hadn't really used it. And so I decided on this layout I was going to use it. So what I decided to do was take that last remaining stripe, and I trimmed it into a 2-inch strip, and then I decided to make little arrow thingies underneath these pictures here. Now I did trim it. So, in other words, it's not a full strip behind it because I didn't have enough. So, other than that one's kind of long. But really, they're actually, they're kind of cut behind. So, and then after I cut the little, well, first I was just going to do the banner part, the little fishtail part at the bottom. But when I used the punch and it punched out that little triangle, I thought, well, that's kind of a neat little way to add to the top of the arrow. And so I just decided to do that. So now I've got my 3 pictures here. And so the top 2 are before surgery. So the one on the left is, he's kind of gotten his gown on, all that kind of stuff. And then the one, and he's in the bed, he's kind of getting ready. I don't think they put the IV on yet, but he's kind of getting ready. They're about ready to get him out there. And the one in the bottom right is after surgery. So I've got all that going on. Now, what have I done here, y'all? Oh, I'm putting the title. So I took out of the hip kit, it was an older, I think it was January actually. I pulled out the word Adventures, and it's actually a clear sticker, but I put it on white cardstock and just trimmed it out, and I put it up on foam. I've actually got the pictures on foam as well. I don't think I've glued them down yet, but I've got foam behind them as well, and I'll do that in just a second. But the title's going to end up being Adventures in Boo-Boos. Y'all, I'm proud. I'm using these letters on this navy blue font here, and I'm really proud of how I'm able to use all my, I say all my letters. I still have quite a bit, but I used all my A's. I still have some E's left on that sheet, which is kind of impressive because usually you use your E's up first. But I've got that ready to go. I pulled out a few little pieces of ephemera, and I'll tell you in just a second what they are when I start setting them out there. But they're kind of little bit, some of it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, if that makes sense. Y'all, I started to glue that picture upside down. I don't know why to do that, but I realized it and went, oops, that's not right. So it's definitely going to be Adventures in Boo-Boos. Now I had in Boo-Boos here, and I was kind of looking at going, how do you want to do your title, Christine? Well, I'm just kind of going along the bottom here. I don't think I've glued down Adventures, I think. Now I do end up going into my stash because this particular collection for this month, I've used up quite a bit, or it just didn't really make any sense, like 0 cents. So, but I went off into my hip kit stash there, and there's plenty of stuff to choose from because, I've said this before a million times, but their colorways, they're very complementary. So, I mean, any given month, you can almost use it with another month. I say that some of their months are really, really pale pastels, and then some of this more brightly colored stuff, but I still find that they're very complementary to each other, which I just love that because I can absolutely pull stash stuff from my previous hip kits and use it. And so what I pulled out here is from some other kit. One of them is a little sewing kit. And in my head, I'm thinking because he's got stitches. And then the other thing is this little coffee pot, and it's like good morning. And it's because we had to go real early in the morning because he always wants the first surgery, which makes total sense, right? You can't eat and all that kind of stuff. So we went, his surgery was 7 a.m. So we had to be there at like 5:30. So we had to go real early in the morning. And I say that, y'all, and we get up so early anyway. It wasn't, actually, we got to sleep in, if I'm 100% honest with you. Usually he gets up at 3:30 and I get up at 4. This particular day, since we couldn't go to the gym, we actually got to sleep in. So that sounds ridiculous. But anyway, so I put the little coffee pot up on foam. And then I'm going to end up, I have a few little other things over there. I'm going to find, there's a sticker. It says, look on the bright side. That's a little round puffy sticker from again, I don't even know which collections anymore. These are from my stash of hip kits. So could not tell you specifically which collection, but I pulled that out. And then on the down by the title, I find, I have this little cat here, and it says, you're a keeper. And I kind of wanted it. And it was kind of funny to me because I'm like, in my head, I'm going, okay, even though you're getting surgeries and stuff, you're kind of a keeper. But it just wasn't going to work from a design standpoint. So he does not make it on there. But I also have this little chipboard piece that says, moments like these make us laugh so hard, because he'd come out and he was just funny. Anesthesia and stuff. And then the other one is the little wake up to a good life, or woke up to a good life. And that's funny because, of course, he's woken up from his surgery. And then I do have one tiny little phrase. It says, oh no. And I'm going to put that above the title. There it says, oh no, Adventures in Boo Boos. And then I put one up on the top left picture that says, challenges I've faced. So I like those little chipboard phrases. I do have this ups and downs, and I was kind of looking about putting it in the upper right corner, but I thought, no, I'm going to go and put it down here by the title. I just glue that straight down on the paper. There's no foam or anything because Adventures has foam, and I got those chipboard letters. So I give a little bit different level with the ups and downs. And then the only other thing I'm going to end up doing here is pulling out some enamel hearts. They're just little purple enamel hearts, and I'm going to put 3 up near the little cluster in the upper right, and I'm going to put 3 down by the title. I'm not going to lie. One of my little hearts gets away from me, and it was like catching a gnat in the water. It just, I couldn't pick it up. So I didn't want to put that on camera because it took me forever. And then the other thing, the last little thing that I do is this date stamp. And I struggle with this one because I do this with myself all the time. I have a dimensional thing next to where I want to stamp, and the little old stamp, he has to be flat. So I end up stamping it like 3 times, and that's okay. I don't mind that, but it was not actually, I was hoping for just one, but I kind of had the feeling it'd be more than one. But anyways, so that is what I ended up with, guys. I'm so pleased with this. I think this is kind of cute, and I got to use my stripes, and I finished out this month, y'all, this month's hip kit. So I only have June and July over there, so I'm kind of pleased. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram at Scrapping Harden as well, and we will see you next time. Bye.